I'm Michelle from Legal Suite, and this is part 14 of capturing a party in the address book, the FICA compliance screen. Now, for the purposes of this, I am using a party that I've already captured, and we're simply working our way down and onto the next little item. Right, so let's click on FICA compliance, and the FICA compliance screen will open. Now, if this party is exempt from FICA for any reason, you can pop a tick in the checkbox and the screen will then become blank, because obviously if they are exempt, none of this is relevant. Right, now on the right hand side you will see over here that the party is currently not FICA compliant. That is because all of these little items have the little red cross, which means I've not been into each item and complied in terms of FICA. Now this is a natural person, so our requirements in terms of FICA are ID, proof of residence not older than 3 months, and proof of anything from SARS displaying the party's tax number not older than a year. Right, so at the ID, I simply click on the change button because I'm going to open up the entry and I'm going to set forth details of this particular item, in this case the ID book. Right, so document date. For the ID, because the ID never expires, this would be the date on which you received the item. So I can click on the little calendar, select the date, or alternatively, I can simply type it in. Now, document. This, if we click on the ellipse button, this will take us to the document log for this party in the address book. Now, I have already dragged and dropped items into the document log for the party, and if you'd like to see how to use the document log in the address book, please do have a look at our webinar on that. Right, so if I click on the ellipse button, I come into the document log for the address book. This is not the document log in the matter, this is the document log in the address book, and there I see ID. Okay, so for the purposes of this, we are going to use my ID, and I can say select, and here I can make a note with regards to the circumstances of my receiving the ID. For example, received copy of ID, viewed original, certified same. Okay, so I received a copy, I viewed her original ID, I certified the copy as a true copy of the original. As soon as I click on OK, you will now see that it's changed from a little red cross to a green tick. So I am in compliance with the first item, but still not in total FICA compliance because I still have 2 other items to comply with. Okay, so proof of residence. Again, highlight it, click on the little change button, and exactly the same. But with document date, here you would put the date of the document you received. So if you received a Telkom account as at the end of August, you would put the date of the Telkom account, not today's date. Okay, so let's say we received 31/08/2018. And again, I have at the document log, in this case I've used a bank statement. So I say select, and I can say received page of bank statement certified by Standard Bank. Okay, now as soon as I click on OK, you will now see that the program has calculated 3 months from the date of the item, and I'm now in compliance with proof of residence, but still not fully FICA compliant. So what will happen with regards to the expiry date, as your computer date ticks on over the days, when we reach the 30th of the 11th, this will then fall out of compliance because the 3-month period would have expired, and this will revert back to a little red cross. Now our final item is our SARS tax certificate. Once again, I click on the change button. What is the date of the document? So this is dated 28th of the 2nd, 2018. So obviously at the end of this year's tax year. And again, I can click on the little ellipse button, and here is a change of details notice from SARS. I can say select, and I can say received, notice on SARS letterhead. Right, and as soon as I click on OK, it is going to calculate 1 year into the future and on this date is when this particular item will expire. Now, all of my little ticks are now green, and this party is now in compliance in terms of FICA. Obviously, for juristic entities, the conditions will be different, and again, in this little box, it will set out all the various items that you require if it's a closed corporation, a trust, a company, etc.